Hey guys, it's Krishanti with Krishanti.com, bringing you weekly videos about psychic development and spiritual and personal growth. And this video is about something that a lot of people express concern over, so I wanted to address it and talk about it and bring it into the light. And that is, how do you know that you're connecting with and working with a legitimate guide who's in the light and not a trickster spirit or a demon? And this whole concept brings us into really tricky territory, because immediately people who are non-believers in the psychic stuff will say, well, it's the work of the devil and it's bad, and any kind of dabbling is going to bring you to the darkness. Whereas I feel like, yes, there are problems doing psychic work and you can run into very scary issues. However, if you keep your integrity really strong and you maintain a level of purity and you are 100,000,000,000% committed to working in the light, you'll be okay. Now, the thing is, there are a lot of strange things out there. All those scary movies that I refuse to watch because they're horrible and terrifying are based on something. But that doesn't mean that all of this is about that. There is an entire whole world of love and light that you can tap into and get assistance from. And that's who I know you want to connect with when you talk about connecting with guides. However, because we can't see them with our physical eyes, we do get open up to the potential and the possibility of working with someone that might present as a love and light guide, but is just a disembodied spirit looking to influence a person, or, a trickster or whatever. So first things first, before you do any psychic work, and I'm complicated. I'm debating whether to get into this or not because it will open up a whole other thing. But I'll just say it as quickly as I can. There's a way to do psychic work that doesn't marry it to the spiritual stuff. And I've talked about this in other videos. The way you activate your psychic abilities is through meditation and through certain protocols that have you work with different parts of your brain. So we all have this ability, and I wish it was magical, but it kind of isn't. It's not woo-woo either. It's just a different way to focus to get information. You're just gathering information in another way. And if, for example, you follow the protocol set up in remote viewing, you are very scientifically using your consciousness to probe targets at different locations. You're just saying, okay, what does it feel like? What does it look like? Where is it? What are the latitude and longitude lines? Like, you're like a human satellite. That's what remote viewers do. And you can also be psychic, and you can be spiritual, and you can do what I do, like travel to the higher realms with the ascended masters and talk to angels and beautiful beings filled with light. So that aside, sometimes people just, you just put it all together. I would say if you're kind of open to whatever comes and you would like to connect with a high-level guide, first of all, start every session with a heartfelt prayer to your spiritual deity of choice. And I also want to stress that I come from the belief system that all religions are to be accepted, and they all have such a beauty to them. So, for example, if you feel such comfort in Jesus Christ, say a prayer to Christ and ask Christ to be your guide, and you will get that guidance, and you will only get guides that come through on the wavelength of that love and light. Or you can only just communicate with the Christ consciousness, and you can be safe and protected in that light. If, for example, you're Buddhist, you can connect to the Buddha. You can connect to Muhammad if you're Muslim. If you're interested in other beings, I have great work and success I've seen with Avalokiteshvara and that's Kuan Yin. I've also had such beautiful experiences with Tara, who's the female Buddha. And there are many, many more. And I apologize if I haven't covered spiritual beings in all the religions, but they are all bearers of light. And if you align with that consciousness and you pray to that and you ask that light and that love to come into your life, you will be guided and protected. I also feel and have seen from experience that meditating and keeping your energy pure and light will attract light. And making sure that you go through the steps in order, like pray, bring in light, imagine you're ascending to a higher level, and have the intention to be, filled with love and to get guidance that is pure and wonderful, you will have that connection. Now, if you don't follow those measures, and who knows where you're going, you could be connecting with beings on the astral plane who say there's something that maybe they're not, or you could get influenced by an earthbound spirit that will advise you to do things that may not be in your best interest. So you do have to be really, really careful. And I'd love to share with you a pro tip that I've learned over the years is if your clairvoyance is activated and you're able to see guides and spirits with your eyes closed, a high level guide will never show you eyes. You will only see light. If you're seeing eyes that are looking at you, that's not an enlightened, evolved, high level being. That's a spirit or some kind of beastie or something that you don't want to communicate with or connect with. But it's very important to always have the intention. I know I said it, I'm reiterating it again and again because it's that important to only be with sources of goodness and of light. And if you're interested in connecting with your guides more, I have a great meditation, Spirit Guides Meditation on my website. I also have an MP3 recorded workshop on my website, like all about how to meet and work with spirit guides. But there are definitely sources of guidance available to help us. We just have to really focus on tuning into ones that are really going to guide us with integrity. And you will know, you'll be able to tell and to discern if it's a high level guide or not. And what I'm hoping for is that you meditate enough and you bring enough light into your consciousness that you will automatically go to a place where there's only high level beings when you do your work. And by place, I mean planes. A lot of people who are into the psychic work love to talk about the astral plane and travel the astral realms. And I've been there and I haven't really felt a lot of high level stuff that will help me. And I need a lot of help when I do readings for people because, you need assistance from like angelic beings and from Christ-like beings, from Buddhist-like beings to channel their light and love and energy through you. You can't do it yourself. You'll just get fried or drained. You need to rely on a source greater than yourself to share that high level frequency with another person. And so that's why it's imperative in the work I do. And if you like to do what I do or you're doing it, I know you know what I'm talking about. And you'll get so much more help doing things that way. So I think that about sums up what I wanted to say here. And I want to thank you so much for watching. If you have questions about this or you have ideas or things that you'd like me to talk about, please put them in the comments below because I do make videos every week and I also very much want to talk about things that you would like to hear about. So just let me know. And I guess that's all for now. Thank you and I'll see you next time. Bye.